Hello, friends. Myself, Dr. Sandeep Kaude. I am a participant in Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar, VGC, Malviya Mission Teacher Training Center, short-term course in MOOC and online education. And my roll number is 2. Friends, as a part of teaching, we are today uh, study the cell and its structure and functions. Friends, when you are observing these textures, can you guess what is the structure and what are the differences between this? Yes, absolutely right. This is the animal cell and the plant cell. And this image, which notify that here are the few components which are present in the animal cell that are absent in the plant cell, and the few components that are present in the plant cell that are absent in the animal cell. While moving toward the next structure and appearance, the basic question is arising in mind. Who is this person? Is a person that is Robert Hooke, who observed the first time the cells in 1665 from the slice of cork. And the diameter of this is about the 2 to 120 micrometer. Again, the question is raised, what is a cell? Cell is a structural and functional unit of life. So this is one of the structure. So friends, can you tell me the names of the various structures? Yes, right. Centrally, the nucleus is there, which consists of the DNA, RNA, chromosomes. Around it, endoplasmic reticulum is there. Throughout the cell, the cytoplasm is there. At the periphery, the cell membrane is there. Golgi complex, ribosomes, vacuoles, and such a kind of the structure which has been assembled in one of the component that is called as the cell. And one of the most important organelle which has been shown over here, that is a mitochondria. And that is called the powerhouse of the cell. Again, who invented the cell as we see? Can you get the answer? Yes, Robert Hooke. And who invented or who demonstrated the cell theory or who proposed the cell theory that has been proposed by the Matthias Sildon and the Theodor Schwann. So different substances that is responsible for the making of the cell, and that are called as the protoplasm, which composed of, can you give the answer? Yes, water, carbohydrates, lipid, proteins, and the electrolytes. And in the case of electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium, phosphate, chloride, and bicarbonate. Again, what are the subcellular structures? Yes, right. Cell membrane, another one, cytoplasm, organelles, its organelles, and the nucleus. Again, this is one of the model. Can you guess? Yes, this is the fluid mosaic model, and this is the membrane of the cell membrane or the plasma membrane. Here are the integral proteins. These are the peripheral proteins. Again, what are the functions of the cell membrane? Protection. In the case of digestion, it takes the food and the excretes waste products, selective permeability, polar molecules, chemical and physical properties, insulating properties. Again, the next organ, that is the cytoplasm. Again, we know the cytoplasm is the semi-transparent. It means that not a completely transparent. The constituent part of the cytoplasm are the cytosol, cell organelles, and the cytoplasmic inclusions. Cytosol, the aqueous part of the cytoplasm. Chitinous substance consisting mainly of the cytoskeleton filaments, organic molecules, salt, and water. So, following are the organelles. Okay, read. Yes, mitochondria, lysosome, peroxisomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, and the vacuole. These are the each organ is bounded by the lipid membrane and has a specific function. This is the structure. Can you guess? Yes, this is the mitochondria, which consists of the inner membrane, outer membrane, cristae, matrix. The length of this mitochondria is about the 5 to 10 micrometer and diameter is about the 0.5 to 1. And this has been firstly observed by the Kolliker in 1850 as a granular structures. Again, the components of the mitochondria are the outer membrane, inner membrane, intermediate space, cristae, matrix. And this is the one of the structure we can observe the matrix, that is the interior and the exterior. Again, inner membrane consists of the ATPase type of the kind of the enzyme, which is responsible for the electron transfer chain and the functions. So it is the power generating units of the cell, important to maintain the proper concentration of the calcium ions. This is the endoplasmic reticulum. Again, this is the network of the tubular and the flat vesicular structures in the cytoplasm. And extensive network of the closed flattened membrane bound sacs called as the cisternae. So there are two types, smooth and the rough endoplasmic reticulum. Why it is called as the smooth endoplasmic? Because, yes, right. Anyone want else? Yes, they are having the rough endoplasm having the ribosomes. That's why it's called as the rough, and the smooth is without ribosomes. And the functioning, the smooth is responsible for the repeat forming cells such as the adipocytes. And basically the rough endoplasmic reticulum is involved in the site of protein synthesis, processing, and the packaging. Functions: synthesis of proteins, protein segregation, unsaturation, muscle contraction. Another one is the Golgi bodies. The Golgi body is a collection of the membrane, consists of the multiple discrete compartment, consists of the 4 functionally distinct regions: cis Golgi network, Golgi stalk, trans compartments, trans Golgi networks. Function, that is the wrapping and the packaging. The site of formation of lysosomes. Again, the lysosomes. Diameter is about the 250 to 750 nanometer. The interior is kept acidic near pH 5.0 by the action of the proton pump or ATPase. Lysosomes are cell hydrolysis and they function based at the acidic pH. The functions act as a form of the digestive system of the cell because enzymes present in it can digest essentially all micromolecules. Peroxisomes is about the 0.5 micrometer. Functions, again, they are responsible for the H2A2 metabolism, helps in photorespiration in plants, biosynthesis of the lipids, synthesis of the bile acids in liver. Second one in the cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton is made up of the primary of the microtubules, intermediate filaments, microfilaments, and the system of fiber that are not only maintain the structure of the cell, but also permit it to change the shape and the move. Microtubules, intermediate filaments, and the microfilaments. The functioning of this, they are involved in the movement of the chromosomes, cell movement. It processes that moves secretion granules in the cell, movement of the proteins within the cell membrane. Second one is the nucleus. The nuclei contain chromatin, RNAs, nuclear protein, move freely in an aqueous solution. They consist of the nuclear pore, nuclear envelope, chromatin, nucleoplasm, and the nucleolus. Nuclear envelope, they consist of the 2 nuclear membranes. 2 are the concentric membranes called the inner and the outer nuclear membranes. Outer membrane is continuous with the endoplasmic reticulum. The functioning of this, it serves both as the repository of the genetic information as the cell's control center. Summary of the compartments and the major functions: plasma membrane, transport of the ions and molecules. Okay, can you tell me the function of cytosol? Yes, metabolism of the carbohydrates, lipids, and the amino acid. What is the function of mitochondria? Energy production. Can you give the subtypes of the endoplasmic reticulum? Yes, rough and the smooth, which is involved in the synthesis of the proteins and lipids. What is the role of the lysosomes? Yes, it is having the ability to degrade any type of the biomolecules, that is called as cellular digestion. Peroxisomes, utilization of the H2O2, cytoskeleton, cell morphology and the cell motility, nucleus, DNA synthesis and the repair. So, if you understand this concept, here are the few fundamental things or the concepts should understand. That is what is a cell, what are the organelles present inside cell. Again, if anyone having any doubts, they can ask to me. But you must know the intracellular component, that is the plasma membrane, outer boundary, cytosol, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, peroxisomes, cytoskeleton, and the nucleus. So here, can you tell me what are the organelles that are involved in the energy production? That is the ATP. Yes, right, mitochondria. So that's why the cell is a very basic structural and functional unit of life that is responsible for the growth, development, differentiation, and all the necessary functionality of the organism.